Welcome. As the host of Vibrations and Manifestations, I am so excited to dive into a topic that, honestly, so many of you have been asking about. We're going to talk about why your manifestation practice might feel, well, stuck. And I promise you, the reason why is so much simpler than you think. It's all about understanding the complete recipe for creation, not just one single ingredient. So let's just start right there with that feeling, that frustration. You know what I'm talking about, right? You're doing all the things. You're visualizing, you're doing your affirmations, you're scripting out your dream life, and yet nothing. It can feel like you're just spinning your wheels, and man, that can be so disheartening. Okay, I want you to think about it like this. This analogy it clicks for so many people. The law of attraction, the one we all know and focus on, it's like the flour in a cake. It's absolutely crucial. You can't make a cake without it. But you can't make a cake with only flour either, right? You still need the eggs, the sugar, the heat. You need all the other ingredients to come together. You need the whole recipe.
And that right there is the big shift in perspective we need to make. We have to stop seeing manifestation as just one single trick, like it's a magic button we can push. It's not. It's a dynamic, living system that's governed by a whole set of universal laws. And when you learn to work with the entire recipe, that's when everything starts to change.
All right, so let's dive in. It's time to meet the other powerful laws that are always at play. Think of these as the key ingredients that you might have been missing from your practice this whole time. So first up is the absolute foundation of, well, everything, the law of vibration. This law basically says that nothing is still. Everything is just energy, constantly moving, constantly vibrating at a certain frequency. You can say, I am abundant over and over, but if your core feeling, your body is vibrating with that tight, anxious feeling of scarcity, that's the real signal you're sending out. And that's the signal the universe is actually responding to. I love this quote. Think of it this way. Your emotions create an energetic signal. That's your real broadcast signal to the universe. That feeling in your gut, the energy you carry around with you every day, that speaks so much louder than any words you can say, especially if those words aren't backed up by a genuine feeling. Okay, next up is the law that puts you right back in the driver's seat of your life. This is the law of cause and effect. You might know it as karma. And what it tells us is that nothing, absolutely nothing in your life is random. Every single situation, every outcome, is an effect that has a cause. And that cause is usually a thought, a belief, or an action that came before it.
This is so incredibly empowering, isn't it? The second you realize this, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstance. You stop feeling like life is just happening to you. Instead, you start to see that you're the one planting the seeds, the causes for the reality that you're going to experience down the line. You become the conscious creator.
Now let's talk about the law that explains why your reality looks the way it does. The law of correspondence is basically a giant cosmic mirror. It says that your external world is a direct reflection of your internal world.
You've probably heard this ancient phrase before, but really let it sink in. It holds the whole key. If you're seeing a lot of chaos and conflict on the outside, it's a pretty good sign that it's just mirroring some inner turmoil. So to change the reflection in the mirror, you can't wipe the mirror, right? You have to change what it's reflecting. You have to go inside and shift your internal patterns first.
And next we have this beautiful law of what I like to call energetic accounting, the law of compensation. It's the universe's guarantee that you get back what you put out. The universe is like a perfect bookkeeper. The books always get balanced.
I just love this idea. Every time you put genuine kindness out into the world, every time you create value for someone else, every single act of love, it's like you're making a deposit into an energetic savings account. And that account builds compound interest. The universe always pays it back to you, and usually in the most wonderful and unexpected ways.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. You might be listening to all this and thinking it sounds very spiritual, and it is. But what's so cool is that these ancient laws are perfectly mirrored in modern science, especially when we look at how systems and feedback loops work.
So get this. Neuroscientists, like the brilliant Dr. Bruce Lipton, have shown that a staggering 95% of our daily lives, our thoughts, our reactions, our choices, are actually run by subconscious programs. These are just old beliefs and patterns we picked up, mostly in childhood, that now run on complete autopilot without us even realizing it.
And this subconscious programming creates this powerful, constant feedback loop. It works like this. Your inner beliefs and programs drive your automatic thoughts and your actions. Those thoughts and actions then create your external reality. And then that reality you're experiencing just confirms your original inner belief, and the whole cycle starts over. So if you feel stuck, it's probably because you're in one of these unconscious loops.
So what do you do about it? Well, this isn't about blaming yourself or getting frustrated. It's time to just get curious. It's time to run a little diagnostic, to go into what I like to call manifestation debug mode. We're going to interrupt that old loop by asking some new conscious questions.
So, instead of asking, why isn't this working for me, try asking some of these questions instead. Just get curious. Is my vibration really a match for what I want to feel? What unconscious patterns am I playing out over and over? Is my reality just showing me an old belief that's ready to be upgraded? This isn't about finding what's wrong with you, it's about finding the lever that will create real change.
And when you start putting all these pieces together, when you see the whole system, it leads to this one huge, game-changing realization about how your reality actually operates.
This is it. This is the whole takeaway. The universe isn't broken. It's not ignoring you. It's always working. It is perfectly and flawlessly responding to the vibration you're emitting, the causes you're setting in motion, and the inner state it's mirroring back to you. The system is working perfectly. The real question is, what are you asking the system to respond to? You get to shift from trying to force an outcome to consciously dancing with the way things already work.
So I want to leave you with a thought to just kind of chew on this week. Take a look at one area of your life with these new eyes. What hidden universal law, vibration, cause and effect, correspondence, might be the main one shaping what you're seeing? And more importantly, how can you choose right now to start working with that law instead of accidentally working against it?
If you found this little explainer helpful and it gave you a bit of an aha moment, please share it with someone you know who might be feeling stuck too. Make sure you're subscribed for more deep dives into these universal laws. And of course, for a much deeper conversation on this and a guided meditation, be sure to listen to the full episode on the Vibrations and Manifestations podcast. Thank you so much for joining me.